Hello, everybody. Happy Top Talent Tuesday. It is April Halliburton here from All for HR and Business Solutions. I hope your Tuesday is off to a fantastic start. Things are going well. Your day is going well. We got some beautiful weather. I think spring is finally here. And I am dropping in to share some nuggets with you. We're doing our coffee with All for HRs, are some tips on stress awareness month, sweat stress awareness month. I got it that time. And so I want to share some tips for you, some tips with you. Managing stress in the workplace is critical to growing a healthy, happy workforce. You have to, how important it is to recognize when your employees or your team members are struggling with issues when in the workplace or issues outside of the workplace, either or, right? Because one problems or challenges in one area can surely overflow to the other area. And so, as business owners and HR professionals, we have to be able to point to acknowledge, to identify and acknowledge and help our team members when it comes to stress. We ourselves, as we're growing businesses and as we are growing teams, right? It's important that we be able to that we see these things and do not leave them unattended and think to ourselves that they will resolve themselves, because they won't. Okay, stress does not resolve itself. It just does not. Okay, and so when it comes to stress, whether it is personal, whether it's professional, whether it's at home, whether it's in the business, wherever that looks like for you, to relieve stress, it's going to take some changed behaviors, right? It's going to you have to make changes in your behavior. And so today we're talking about for five strategies and initiatives. I have my little heater on here. You guys know I'm always cold, right? Even though it's a beautiful 70 degrees outside, 64, I still have my heater on, off and on, because I'm always cold. But in any event, we are talking about five strategies and initiatives to foster a stress resilient work culture. So what does that mean? It means that these strategies that I'm going to discuss with you today they will help you foster a work culture that is resilient to stress. Now, is it going to relieve stress or stomp out stress completely? Absolutely not. But it will help to decrease stress among your team. Much better. Okay, but it will help to alleviate stress in your workplace and identify um, areas where there are maybe triggers that are, bringing about stressful situations in your office, in your workplace. Okay, so let's jump in to our first one. Our first strategy is promote open communication. Now, I'm going to say this, that there are a lot of the tips that I share may overlap. And while they may overlap, the approach will differ. Okay, but because you hear things like open communication and encouraging work-life balance, those strategies, that means that these strategies, when implemented in your workplace, are key to growing a successful business, a workforce. It means that these strategies are not just for relieving stress, all right, or stomping out stress, however that looks for you. It means it's for growing a workplace culture. And so when you have utilized these strategies, when you implement these strategies and you utilize them, you're going to see a overall increase in work and productivity, in absences. You're going to see a decrease in toxic behavior and these types of behavior within your business. So what I'm simply saying is that these strategies work across the board. Although the approaches are different for different situations, the outcomes are the same. We want to grow a healthy, happy workforce, right? Okay. So, number one is promoting open communication. We talk about open communication, whether you have a forum that is quarterly throughout that you host quarterly for a lunch, or whether you have a uh, uh, a picnic once a year. But however that looks like for your business, you have to make sure the communication lines are open. Okay. You can't just walk the talk. You have to walk the walk. There is so many instances where people say, oh, we have an open door policy, and they don't have an open door policy. Okay. So you have to encourage open and transparent communication among your employees, whether again you are doing company meetings or a forum or a suggestion box. Establish regular check-ins with your team members, your team leads, your managers, and your teams across the board. Not just at annual review time. We always talk about that. Not just at annual review time. Okay. Because by the annual review time, it can be a whole nother mess. We want to get things, we don't want to leave situations to fester and get bigger than they have to be. Okay. So encouraging open communication. Don't just talk the talk, but walk the walk. That's number one. Number two is offer mental health resources and support. So if you have a intranet in your company, which everyone should have an intranet, okay, where you have documents and things like documents, your employee handbook, and resources available so that your employees have resources readily available at their fingertips to where they can go and make an appointment to meet with someone that you refer to help them deal with whatever issues may be going on. It's important that you have these things available because oftentimes your employees may not come to you. They may not feel comfortable coming to you about a mental health crisis or a mental health problem or struggles that they may dealing with. But if you have those on your intranet, then they're easily accessible, and your team members can actually just go and reach out to the resources that you are offering on your intranet and get help if they don't feel comfortable coming to you. Okay, so that's number two. Number two is offer mental health resources and support, such as support resources and support services like the EAP, Employment Assistance Programs, um, and educate your employees on the importance of not feeling shame, but the importance of seeking help and reducing, and you want to reduce that stigma, right? That oh, this person, something's wrong with this person, or whatever that looks like. You have to encourage this. It's something that you have to encourage with your employees across the board. You have, again, when you have the employee assistance program, uh, then you have those resources, the mental health resources on your intranet, and they are at the fingertips of your employees. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have put those resources on your intranet for your employees so that they are easily accessible. Okay, number three, encourage work-life balance. Promote healthy work-life balance. Exercising together, your team members walking together, maybe, or do a uh, Weight Watchers program in your business, or eat right, or whatever that looks like. Okay, but encourage your employees they should take breaks. They should not be sitting at their desk eating lunch. They should go out and eat lunch, even if they're eating at the picnic table outside, getting some fresh air, right? That those things like that, a lot of people don't realize just that change of scenario in the middle of the day can really get those endorphins going and get you feeling a lot better. Okay, opening up your mind to think. So that's very important. You want to set clear expectations about work hours. So you don't want employees to be working in an astronomical number of hours if they don't need to. If you see employees that are working excessive work uh, uh, overtime, then maybe that person needs to be put into another position, or maybe that position needs to have some changes. You may need to do a job analysis or a job audit, and maybe that job needs to be broken up into two people. But in any event, you don't want to continue to have employees that are doing a job that's doing a job or position, right? And it's wearing them out, it's burning them out, it's stressing them out. Okay. So make sure you're setting those expectations about work hours. Take your breaks, take your lunch, encourage people to use their time, their PTO, and their vacation time. Okay. That's number three, encourage work life balance. Number four is investing in training and development. You want to provide training and development for your team members. Make sure they have all the tools that they need to effectively do their jobs. Okay, that is critical. That is absolutely critical that they have the information that they need and the tools. Make sure they are properly trained from the beginning. Okay, if you when an employee leaves a position, you want to audit that position, see if anything has changed with regard to the obligations, the tasks that are done that are required for that position. If who the person has the person that is over that position change, you want to make sure all of that has been reviewed and updated for the next person that's going to take that position. The last thing you want to do is hire someone for a position for a job by a job description that they're no longer doing part of that job, those tasks that are on that job. Okay, so make sure you update your positions, your job descriptions. You should be doing those at least annually. Okay, um, offer workshops, seminars, and online resources that will teach your employees practical techniques for managing stress, like mindful meditation, time management, and conflict resolution skills. Okay, so don't be afraid to invest in employees' personal and professional growth. And when you are enhancing the skill set of your employees, this equips them with valuable tools for coping with stress. We may be dealing with stressful situations, but it's a lot more stressful when you don't have the tools you need to complete a job effectively. Okay, so that's number 4. Invest in training and development. And number 5, lead by example. Okay, cultivate a leadership culture that prioritizes employee well-being, and it sets a positive example for others on your team to follow, for everyone to follow. You want to encourage and train your managers and team leads to demonstrate empathy and compassion and understanding towards your team members. Okay, so you don't want people that are abrupt, rude, that are condescending, that are talking down to your team, because that's how you lose your team members. Then it's time for you to look at the person who is exhibiting that behavior. Do not hesitate to provide leadership training. Everyone that are in leadership roles, trust me, should not be in a leadership role. So when you see that your employees, your leaders, your team leads, or your managers are ineffectively doing things, don't turn your back. Okay, you need to address it, and you need to provide training for them. Okay, listen to what your team members are saying. Okay, and act accordingly. Okay, so when we talk about initiatives, different programs that you may have for in your workplace. So one example is a stress relief week, and that educates your employees on stress management techniques, promotes self-care, and it fosters a supportive work environment. You can structure with a workshop series, a wellness challenges, resource hub, okay, which is a um, online portal where your employees can access information, articles, and videos, and downloadable resources, okay, to stress, to manage their stress. Okay, it'll offer tips and self-assessment quizzes, peer support groups, and executive support and visibility from top management on the initiative. Okay, so give that some thought. I'm going to share the information on how to set up a stress um, a stress awareness initiative in your business. So now, if you have questions about stress, managing stress in your team, or conflict, drop me a question below. Let me know. Reach out to me. I'm here to help. Okay? I am here to help. So if you have questions, let me know. If you have a suggestion for a coffee with offer HR topic, drop it below. And do not hesitate to send me your questions. I love your questions. All right, that's what I have today. Okay, we talked about stress awareness. This is Stress Awareness Month. We talked about 5 strategies and initiatives that you can implement in your business right now to improve stress awareness in your business, in your business, to improve the level of stress in your business. Okay, so that's what I have. I will see you guys tomorrow on Winning Wednesday. I want you to have a happy Top Talent Tuesday, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the weather. Get out and do a nice walk. Okay, I'm going to get mine in this evening. So I will see you guys soon. We have a lot of things going on. Don't let me forget that I'll drop the link below. On the 30th of April, we are having our HR workshop. And that we also next month are coming up with our HR boot camp. But our HR workshop is coming up on April the 30th, and I'm going to drop that link for you. We got some great information in that workshop. It's something that you're definitely going to want to attend. Okay. So listen, have a wonderful, wonderful Top Talent Tuesday. I will see you guys tomorrow on Winning Wednesday. Don't forget, business can be like a circus. Don't let HR be the elephant in the room. Have a wonderful one. Until next time.